How many flats are in here?
107.
All empty.
All empty.
This used to be home to hundreds of people. But in October, after years of concerns over flammable cladding, residents at Skyline Chambers were suddenly given hours to take what they could, leave the rest, and get out.
I actually saw people in pyjamas with a small suitcase, actually crying outside the building.
They've been friends and neighbours for 8 years, but Josh owns his flat, so he's been given accommodation until it's safe to return, while for renters like Nathan, the temporary housing will end in the new year.
I feel hurt more than anything that I found out that they were going to make over 100 people homeless 2 weeks after Christmas. After 18 years living in Manchester, with the rents as they are now, on a single wage I can't afford. So I'm having to look outside of the city centre now.
And the landlords who rent out their flats fear financial ruin while the building is empty.
The rent I receive is about £1,100 a month per apartment, so £2,200 a month. I'm down, best part of 25 grand a year. Now, Wallace Estates will not confirm whether they're going to cover those losses.
A spokesperson for Wallace Estates said they took immediate action to relocate all residents, and neither leaseholders nor freeholders are responsible for the existence of fire safety defects at Skyline. But Skyline is not unique. Since the Grenfell fire, 38 buildings have received prohibition notices for fire or structural issues. That's more than 9,600 people forced out of their homes. But there's been a spike in the past year, and campaigners fear that will only rise.
The regulatory authorities have sort of reached the end of their rope, if you like, the end of their patience, waiting for these buildings to be made safe. So that leads us down a path of having to evacuate buildings to put them right.
A spokesperson from the Department of Housing said freeholders have a legal duty to ensure the safety of their residents. We've been clear that they need to get on with the job of remediation, because every day they delay is another day that people can't get back into their homes. The tragedy at Grenfell exposed a colossal fire safety crisis in our housing, and as the years drag on and thousands of buildings remain unfixed, it's feared more and more people could find themselves suddenly homeless. Rachel Venables, Sky News, Manchester.